Happy birthday, Cousin Jim. Known you for a lot of years. Uh, Always were my favorite cousin. A little older than me, but you set the bar for me. Always have, always will. Stay with me, brother, and let's have some good times together yet. Happy birthday.
Every day it's a getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, hey. Every day it's a getting faster. Everyone said go ahead and ask her. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, hey. Every day seems a little longer. Every way love's a little stronger. Come what may, do you ever long for true love from me?
Hey Jim, just calling to wish you a happy birthday. Sorry I won't be there to celebrate the big day with you, but I've done the next best thing. I called Foster down in Minneapolis. You remember Carl Foster from boot camp? Well, he's promised to come up and spend the day with you. Yeah, don't worry about a thing, Jim. I've given him all your contact information, and he promises to be up there about 9 o'clock. So you enjoy your time with him. I know how close you guys were, so you can thank me later. And happy birthday.
Every day seems a little longer. Every way love's a little stronger. Come what may, do you ever long for true love from me? Every day it's a getting closer, go.
A love-struck Romeo sing the streets a serenade, laying everybody low with a love song that he made. Find the streetlight, steps out of the shade, says something like, "You and me, babe, how about it?" Juliet says, "Hey, it's Romeo, you nearly give me a heart attack." He's underneath the window, she's singing, "Eli, my boyfriend's back." You shouldn't come around here singing up at people like that. Anyway, what you gonna do about it? Juliet, the dice was loaded from the start, and I bet, then you exploded into my heart, and I forget the movie song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong, Juliet? Come up on different streets, they both were streets of shame, both dirty, both mean. Yes, and the dream was just the same. And I dreamed your dream for you, and now your dream is real. How can you look at me as if I was just another one of your deals? When you can fall for chains of silver, you can fall for chains of gold, you can fall for pretty strangers and the promises they hold. You promised me everything, you promised me thick and thin, yeah. Now you just say, "Oh, Romeo, yeah, you know, I used to have a scene with him." Juliet, when we made love, you used to cry. You said, "I love you like the stars above, I love you till I die. There's a place for us." You know the movie song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong, Juliet? can't do the talk like the talk on the TV. And I can't do a love song like the way it's meant to be. I can't do everything, but I'll do anything for you. I can't do anything except be in love with you.
Hello, Jim. Congratulations and happy birthday. I used to think 70 was really a big deal. I used to think 60 was really a big deal. Back when I was a young co-pilot, I'd be afraid to leave the cockpit when a guy was 59 on his last trip. I thought, man, this guy's ready to drop any moment. But now that I'm 70, I've been 70 for almost a year, it's not such a big deal. But happy birthday to have.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to...
Hello, Jim. Here's wishing you a happy and healthy 70th birthday. I know in your own mind you feel like you're trapped in a 40-year-old body, but be careful, you're getting it too wrinkled. Not too long ago you told me that you were getting so old you were starting to fart dust. Well, me too. Speaking of some time ago, it was in the middle 80s that you bought a 421 for me, and we became friends shortly thereafter. And there were many airplanes after that, and I have some really fond memories of you and your family. Skiing with your young sons at Trollhagen that one time, fishing trip into Canada, the Daytona 500, what else? There was a Minneapolis Twins baseball game, the drinks we used to have at the Trap Rock. And I really did appreciate all the times you lent me a vehicle so I could visit my relatives at Elmina and Poskin Lake when I was in the area. Now you may have noticed this Cessna 180 behind me. This is the plane that you've been kind of keen on. And I know your negotiating skills. You were probably trying to figure out some way where you could incorporate this into a birthday gift. Well, knowing you to sweeten the deal, you'd probably empty the hangar of some old cars or trucks or airplanes that you weren't interested in anymore. And to be frank, I'd have to consider that. But really, I've got enough cars as it is, and then you wouldn't have to be obligated or feel that you had to buy me a birthday gift in the future. Anyway, I just wanted to wish you again a happy and healthy birthday. I appreciate your friendship over the years. I look forward to seeing you again, and you just take care of yourself. Thank you, Harvey Gilman.
We're together, weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. You just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away.
Hey, Jim, a super 70th birthday party, man. I hope I don't get that old. Oh, I guess I forget that. Anyway, have a wonderful birthday, friend. Sure appreciate and value your friendship. Just wish you lived closer so we could spend more time. And I'm so anxious to see that new Ultra. I bet you're already flying it, but well, maybe someday you'll be legal. Anyway, have a wonderful birthday.
Hey Jim, happy birthday. Man, it's been a pleasure knowing you and the rest of the Kervita clan all these years. I am eternally grateful for being included on so many amazing adventures, going so many places in all your airplanes and your cars and hanging out with your kids. This is lifelong friendships that I'll always cherish and never forget. You did an amazing job raising this family, and I'm glad I can participate in this little part of your birthday celebration. Cheers to many more years and wonderful memories, and I want to fly in that jet.
Days when I still felt alive, we couldn't wait to get outside. The world was far too late to try. The tour was over, we'd survived. I couldn't wait till I got home to pass the time in my room alone. I never thought I'd die alone. Another 6 months I'll be unknown.
Happy birthday, Jim. Have a good birthday. I remember all the fun days I had working with you when you were first starting to make fire trucks and make a big business, and all the good times we had with you and with your family, and hope you have many more happy years.
I never conquered, rarely came. 16 just held such better days. Days when I still felt alive. We couldn't wait to get outside. The world was far too late to try. The tour was over, we'd survive. I couldn't wait till I got home to pass the time in my room alone.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
Oh, 70 years old. Happy birthday. You probably don't even have any cars that are 70 years old. Oh well, that's what happens. Give us a call. We'll go out on the pontoon with you and celebrate some night. Enjoy your birthday, Jim.
To the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water.
Okay, this one's for Gabby.
Grandpa, I just want to wish you a happy 70th birthday and share one of my favorite memories with you. I have lots to share, but one of my favorite is when we go out and go golf karting on the golf courses at Fair Hills. We've gotten kicked out a couple times, but it is still super fun and adventurous. I love to like drive around the corners and like discover new places to go. Happy 70th birthday. Hope it's the best 70th birthday ever.
You dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly.
Grandpa, one of my favorite memories with you was when we went to the Grand Canyon and I saw the squirrel and he started sniffing my hand because he thought I had a peanut. And I love you. Have a great 70th birthday. Bye.
Wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
Hi, Grandpa, and happy birthday. I want to tell you all the nice things you've done for me, but I'd be dead by the time I finish, so I'll just say this. My favorite memories with you are in Hawaii. I loved when we boogie boarded, and I enjoyed hanging out with you there. It was an awesome experience, and all the cousins sure thought it was like the best thing ever to be on that trip. But really, in the end, it's not about things, it's about people. And I definitely think you're one of the best people ever. Another thing I want to mention is the great house you helped us get. And as you can see, I'm sitting in my bedroom right now, and I really like it. Anyway, my favorite thing about you is probably that you're very, very generous and that you give amazing hugs. Happy birthday. I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you agree that you are a fantastic grandpa. Thank you and happy birthday.
What a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself,
happy birthday, Grandpa. You're such a good guy. One of my favorite memories is when we went to North Dakota and went on the Vic machines, and another one was when we went to Notre Dame and we went to the football game. Happy birthday.
I see friends shaking hands singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear baby.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. Some of my favorite memories of me with you are going to Hawaii and going on the golf cart at Fair Hills and Tubing. And I really have a lot more, but I just wanted to say this so it wouldn't take me a really long time. And a few of my favorite things are going to fun places with you, like Mackinac Island, Hawaii, and lots of other places. And all that stuff was really fun, and I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and hope that everything will be good for your birthday today.
The dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?
Happy birthday, Grandpa. You're the best guy ever. I love when you come to my hockey games and like soccer games. My favorite memory was when we went to Mackinac Island. It was so cool how there's no cars. It was just like the olden days. Hi, Grandpa. Happy birthday. One of my favorite memories was when we went to Best Western and I built a photo with Ronan and Thomas, and we stayed up all night. And then the next day we went to breakfast somewhere, and then we went swimming in the pool. I love you, Grandpa. Grandpa, what I like about you that you're so much fun.
Hi, Jim. Happy birthday. This is Steve Cole wishing you a very, very happy 70th birthday. On the occasion of this get-together with your family, I guess, I just wanted to, again, wish you all the best. You're really one of my very, very best friends. I consider you a brother from another mother, as we always say. And we've had many, many wonderful times together. And you've been very generous to me and been a great friend over, 41 years now. That's crazy. We met in 1977 at the Wisconsin Fire Chiefs Convention. We've had some great adventures together. One of the favorites that I recall was when we took a trip up to Kenora, Ontario. It was you and me and Mike Perrins and Gordy. I don't recall his name, but he was the fire chief at White Bear Lake, Minnesota. And we all went up there together for a fishing trip for a few days to the French River and English River area. And what a blast. Just a very, very memorable time. One of the funny things I recall was our guide, our Indian guide, Simon. If you recall, he had a big divot in the middle of his forehead. And asked Simon, well, where did you get that, big cut in your head? He says, well, that's where my wife hit me with an axe. And little did we know that Simon had a pretty good penchant for alcohol. And at the end of our trip, we came to be a little bit embarrassed by what we had done, but I'll save that for just a minute from now. I remember Mike Perrins and I were in one boat, and you and Gordy were in the other with Simon, and you had all the beer in your boat, and we wanted some, so we threatened you with the dreaded double inverted gaucho. And maybe if you care to, demonstrate that for everybody there, they'd get a kick out of it. But that was a sufficient threat, I guess, for you guys to pull alongside and share some of your beer with us. And we had a good yuck out of that one. Simon kind of wondered who we were, and we were all crazy. Even getting there was a bit of a problem. If you recall, again, it was the four of us, none of us small individuals, and the pilot in a single-engine float plane, plus all the beer that we took and food and supplies and everything else. And by the time we got in a float plane to take off for the English River out of Kenora, the lake in Kenora, the floats on the plane were literally awash. You could not see them. They were underwater. But we took off anyway, and we started to get up on step, and I'm looking forward seeing the trees loom large in our front windshield, and I thought, this is it. We're all going to take it into the pine bush. But little did I know that a slight left turn, a deviation to the left, allowed us about another 6 miles of lake to take off on. So we were able to safely take off and make it up to our destination. And again, we just killed them that whole few days. We had those great shore lunches and caught lots of pickerel. We caught lots of walleye, bass, you name it. We killed them, and it was such a good time. And Simon was such a great host to us as our guide, cooking those shore lunches every day, that at the end we were so appreciative. We actually gave Simon a bottle of Crown Royal, which he promptly took into the woods and disappeared from work for about 3 days. We came to learn later, so the owners of that place were not happy with us. Anyway, one of my very, very fond memories, one of many fond memories of my time with you, and always appreciated the time that we spend together. And I think the mark of a good friend is you can not see someone for a little while, and when you do see him, it's like you saw him yesterday, and just pick up where we left off. So, again, just want to wish you all the best. Happy birthday. Look forward to seeing you soon. I love you. Take care.
I am just a poor boy, though my story is seldom.
One of the funny stories I can remember happened with Jim. We were down in Orlando getting requalified or recurrent on the King Air about 12 or 13 years ago. And after we were done with our check ride, the instructor was going to take us bass fishing. So he took us bass fishing under the monorail at Disney World. We were out in a boat, and every 2 minutes the monorail would pass over our heads. And must have been 92 degrees, 100% humidity. We're out there jigging around trying to catch these little bass. So I caught a couple. Jim wasn't having much luck at all. He was jigging around with the jig, and the spinning reel was getting tangled up occasionally. It was pretty frustrating. And after about an hour sitting out there getting cooked under the monorail, Jim looks at the instructor, looks at me, and he said, isn't there some place around here we can just go shoot some guns, shoot some targets, and have some fun? And it was so damn funny at the time. Those of you who know Jim can understand how he would say this, but it was really funny. Let's get out of here. I've had enough of this fishing. Jim, have a great birthday. Have a great day. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
This is Rich Bohattie, better known as the Boss. And you asked me to share an incident that I had when I first met your father. It was a very memorable moment. I was invited on a pheasant hunting trip with Gene Art and Jim Curvita, who I had never met before, I don't believe. Anyway, we went pheasant hunting out in South Dakota, and we're all lining up to go into the field, and this Jim Curvita lined up right alongside of me. He had about maybe $10,000 worth of hunting clothes and goods and guns on him, and I'm thinking, this guy has got to be a professional. Anyway, as we walked through the field, I was sort of making eye contact with him and seeing what he could do, and he was wearing this Elmer Fudd hat. And as we walked through the field, it became very apparent to me that Jimmy was not what you call a killer. He could not take any pheasants out of the sky for the most part. So we walked and we hunted, and I'm thinking about this new friend of mine I'm just tied up with, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm a type of guy who likes to nickname people. And what I did was, at that particular moment in time, I nicknamed your father Elmer Fudd. The reason I did that is because he was wearing this Elmer Fudd hat, which looked sort of goofy, and I'm thinking to myself, a good nickname for him would be Elmer Fudd. So that is the way he got the nickname Elmer Fudd. And I just want to wish him a happy 74th birthday, and let him know that he, at that point, he became a very important person in my life. Happy birthday, Elmer.